Welcome everyone. Today I'd like to start standing up, and I would love for you to join me and take benefit in some deep breaths and some beautiful, long, tall posture. Maybe bringing one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest as we breathe in through the nose and then out through some pursed lips, kind of like a fish mouth. Let's go for about 5 rounds. Bringing that breath back to a natural rhythm. I'd like to add on to that, so after we take our big breath in through our nose, we hum on the way out. So big breath in, hum. And we'll go for about 10 rounds with this humming. So big breath in, and on the exhale, hum. One more round. Let's bring those hands out, shake out the feet, shake out the hands. Welcome to your practice. Today we start at the top of the mat. Step the left foot back or right foot back about 3/4 of the way on the mat. Toes pointed out towards the corners of the room. Now we're just warming up here. I've got an injury, so I've got to modify. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over that front leg. So right now I'm warming up, not feeling as flexible this morning. But as we go through this practice, we'll make it a little deeper. We'll come back and visit later and see the differences. And then slowly come back up. Back foot comes forward. Left leg reaches back 3/4 of the way, toes pointing out. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive over that front leg. Top of the head getting heavy. And slowly bending that front leg, coming back up, back to the top of the mat here. Inhale, the arms reach up. Grab that left wrist, bring in a little side stretch. See if you can twist open towards the sky, and then come back up. We'll switch wrist, and then lean over to that left side. Opening up. Back up to center, bring in a diamond shape with the thumbs and forefinger. We reach back for a little back bend. And then bring it back to center. Step both feet outside the mat for a wide legs. And then reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Bring that right hand to the center of the mat. Reach the left arm up for a twist with wide legs. Left hand comes down. We'll switch sides. Bring that hand down. Hands come to the hips, come all the way back up. Feet come back on the mat. Inhale the arms up. Big breath in on the exhale, swan dive into that fold. Nice little bend in the knees here. The top of the head gets heavy. We'll hang out here for a few breaths. Grab opposite elbows. A little sway from side to side. Hands come back down. Hands come to the shin as the back flattens out. Exhale, forward fold. Back to a plank. So straight line from the heels all the way to the base of the neck. That gaze is looking out in front. Bring in a little movement with your breath, bringing the shoulders over the fingertips, back to a regular plank. And just moving forward and backwards, firing up the shoulders. And let's all lower those knees down. Tops of the feet come down to the mat. I'm going to give it a shot without a pad on this knee, so as we lower halfway. Inhaling into Cobra. So full Cobra here, arms extended, ears away from the shoulders, a little rock from side to side. Tucking those toes, lifting the hips, downward dog. Let's walk those heels out one at a time, bending the opposite knee. Coming back to stillness. Spreading the fingertips wide, pushing the rib cage towards the thighs. The heels come down towards the mat. And we come back to that breath. Inhale, slightly bending knees and elbows. Exhale, find your way to the top of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. One hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. We come back to the breath, maybe the eyes close here. Full inhales, full exhales. Relaxing the shoulders. And maybe taking a moment here to set an intention for your practice. Some examples of intentions that I like are health, flexibility, wisdom, or maybe even a dedication to someone else. And when you're ready, we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Half lift. Back to a plank. And lower through your version of vinyasa, so knees up or down. Inhaling to cobra, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes into downward dog. Settling into this down dog, coming back to the breath. See if you can move your shoulders away from your ears, just a little subtle movement. Inhale, slightly bending knees and elbows. Exhale, walk your hands or your feet to meet your hands into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up. Grab that left wrist, bring that side stretch in one more time. On each side, moving with the speed of your breath. So let your breath dictate how fast you move. Hands come together and down to the heart. Opposite hand to the belly, opposite hand to the chest. Back to the breath, back to those relaxed shoulders. Eyes closed. And we just start to let go. Letting go of judgment. Letting go of expectations. And experiencing that peace and calm. And on your next inhale, bring those arms up above the sky. Reach back for a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back to plank. Moving through your version of vinyasa. Lowering halfway, elbows hugged in, coming up to upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Settling into this down dog, fingers spread wide, rib cage pushing back towards the thigh, heels down towards the mat. And we breathe. Inhale, slightly bend knees and elbows. Walk your feet to meet your hands. This time, the feet are going to come outside the hands, toes pointed out. And we start to sway from side to side as we slowly lower into that yogi squat. Kind of like a catcher in a baseball game. Now I've got an injury on this right knee, so I'm just testing the waters to see how far I can go down. It's getting a little better every day. But if you like, you can bring the hands to the chest. Make that spine long and tall. Bring the hands down, bring the hips back up. Walk your toes and heels under your hips. Inhale for that half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Settling into this mountain pose. Long, tall spine. Chest slightly lifted, shoulders relaxed. Bringing awareness to the breath. And using that imagination to bring in something that you're proud of. Something you're proud of. How do you feel? How do you breathe? You have permission to feel that way right now without changing anything. On your next inhale, bring those arms up into the sky. Exhale, swan dive gracefully into that forward fold. Half lift. Back to plank. And lower through your vinyasa. Coming back to down dog. 3 mindful breaths here. Inhale, slightly bending knees and elbows. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Hands come down and back to plank. Lowering through your vinyasa. Exhale, downward dog. Now, your next inhale, bring that right leg up into the sky. And on the exhale, bring that knee to the elbow. Keep the foot lifted. Back up to the sky. Exhale, swing it through for a low lunge. Back heel's going to stay lifted. Inhale, up, crescent pose. Squeezing those inner thighs together, belly button in. Like a string pulling the head up for a long spine. Shoulders relaxed. Fingertips spread wide. Pinkies rolling in towards each other. As we're here for about 3 more breaths. Now on your next exhale, forward fold while twisting. That left hand's going to reach down inside that right foot. Right hand reaches up for dragonfly. And then bringing that top hand down inside that foot for lizard pose. So both hands inside the right foot here. And you can stay on your hands. You can drop your knee in the back. Or you can come all the way down to your elbows. Bringing it back to the hands. Walk to the long side of the mat for a wide-legged fold. Top of the head gets heavy. I'm going to turn around for the video. Come up for a half lift. The hands are under the shoulders. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Push your hips behind you. And your chest and chin push down towards the mat for a wide-legged down dog. Slowly walking those hands back underneath the shoulders. Point your toes out towards the corners of the mat. And we're going to bring in a little side squat. From side to side, I like to walk my hands just to warm up. And then when I'm ready, I'll bring my palms together to my heart and move from side to side. My right side has an injury, so I have to be careful, but my left side, I can bring it all the way down to that ninja squat and move from side to side. Bring everything back to center. Hands come to the hips. Come all the way up. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, squat down. Hands come to the knees or thighs. Inhale, up. On the spine, we stay in that squat. Exhale, left shoulder towards the right knee. Try to open up that heart towards the sky. Maybe that gaze goes up. And then we sink a little lower into those hips. Bringing everything back up to center, take a big breath in. Exhale, right shoulder towards that left knee. Sink into those hips here. Twisting the torso up towards the sky. And then bring it back up. Straighten those legs up. Arms come up. And then down to the heart. Step that back leg forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, the arms go up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. All the way back to plank. Moving through your version of vinyasa. From our down dog, that left leg reaches up. Bring that knee to the elbow, keep the foot lifted. Back up. And then swing it through. Back heel stays lifted, we come up for crescent pose. Making those minor adjustments to make this crescent pose awesome. But the most important thing, my favorite thing, is to relax the shoulders. So much tension there. On your next exhale, forward fold while twisting. Left hand reaches, right hand down inside that left foot. And then bring that top hand down inside that left foot for lizard pose. If you'd like to come down to the elbows, here's your opportunity. And then coming back to the hands, walking to the long side of the mat for another wide-legged fold. Big breath in. Exhale, top of the head gets heavy. Bring your hands to your hips, come all the way up. 5-pointed star here, so take up as much room as you can. Toes start to go out towards the corners of the room. Open that heart up. And then on an exhale, we'll come into that goddess squat. Engage your biceps here as we squat down. Inhale up. Squeeze those biceps. Three more rounds. Hold that squat on this last one. Bring that right heel up off the ground. And bring in some pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can squeeze those biceps. Bring that left heel up, right heel goes down. And pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both heels up and pulse. 5, 4. Squeeze the biceps. 3, 2, 1. Drop those heels, straighten those legs. Forward fold. Taking a few breaths here in your forward fold to reset, to slow down. Come up to that half lift. Hands come to the hips. Reach the arms up, 5-pointed star. Take up as much room. And then swing that back foot forward to the top of the mat. Shake those legs out, shake the hands out. Big breaths here to reset, to slow down. Back to that mountain pose. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Half lift. Back to plank. And move through your vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Right leg reaches up into the sky. Exhale, bring that knee to the elbow. And then back up. And then swing it through for a low lunge. Back heel comes down, warrior 1. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Now a little dynamic movement here. Swing it, cartwheel the arms, elbow comes to the thigh, right leg reaches for a right angle pose. Inhale back to reverse. Exhale, extended right angle. Inhale, reverse. Extended right angle. 2 more rounds just like that. Last round. Exhale, extended right angle. Hold this right angle. Bring that bottom hand out to hold that invisible beach ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2. Warrior 1. Forward fold. Back to plank. And move through your vinyasa. Move with your breath. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches. Swing it through knee to elbow. Back up to the sky. And swing it through. Low lunge, back heel comes down, warrior 1. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Big breath in, exhale, cartwheel the arms into right angle. Inhale, back to reverse. 4 more rounds, just like that. One more round. Let's hold that right angle. And then bring that bottom arm out to hold that invisible ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to warrior 2. Warrior 1. Forward fold, back to plank. Move through your vinyasa. Let's all lower our knees down. Sit back on those heels. Take a child's pose. Forehead comes down to the mat. Big breath. Bringing everything back up to your knees. Tucking those toes. Hips lift up for downward dog. On an inhale, that right leg reaches up into the sky. Exhale, bring that knee to the elbow. Back up. And then swing it through. Back heel stays lifted, crescent pose. Now we'll start to lean forward here, coming into warrior 3. Get your balance. You may need to bring your hands to your heart like me. This leg is just coming back to some strength to be able to do this. And then bring that heel towards the back pocket. Exhale, extend. 5 rounds, moving with your breath. 4 and 5. Swing that knee through and up towards the chest. See if you can stay on that leg. Lift that knee up and extend it for 5, 4, yes ma'am, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg down. Shake it out.
Read it out loud.
On cup, loud on the floor.
Okay.
1 cup. What does that mean?
Let me fix my notes.
Yeah. All right, come back to that mountain pose. Come back to your breath. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half flip. Move back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, that left leg reaches up. Exhale, swing it through. Back heels lifted, crescent pose. Start to lean forward, coming into warrior three. Bring that hands to the heart. And then bring that heel back towards the pocket. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. 3, 2. Last one. And then swing that knee through, coming up towards the chest. And extend with your breath. 1, 2, 3. Last one. And then bring that foot down. Shake it out. Back to that mountain pose. Coming back to the breath. Now stepping 3/4 of the way back on the mat, just like we started practice. That right foot's back. No cup allowed on the floor.
No cups allowed on the floor.
No cups allowed on the floor. All right. Thank you. Okay, did you kick it?
I keep knocking it over.
Sorry. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive. If you're a little more flexible, I can bring my fingertips to the floor. Bring that top of the head down towards the toes. And then walk those hands back up the leg. Back foot comes forward. Top of the mat, right, left leg reaches back. 3/4, toes pointing out. Front leg straight, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Walk those hands back up the leg. Come back to the top of the mat. Last little bits of movement of practice. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Back to plank. And move through your high to low. Meeting in that downward dog. Inhale, that right leg reaches. Exhale, swing it through, low lunge. This time that back knee comes down. Walk your hands back towards your hips, straightening that front leg for half splits. You can bring the top of the foot down, sit all the way down on that heel if it's comfortable. Then we walk our hands back forward towards our toes. Toes and chin moving forward. And then walk everything forward, back to that lunge. Back knee lifts. Back to plank. Lower through your vinyasa. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Swing it through low lunge. I'm going to bring a pad in for me. Lower that back knee. Start to walk the hands back and straighten that front leg. Now this is going to be something that I have to modify, so I'm going to stay up high this time and see if I can walk my hands forward. And slowly bend that knee, coming back to that low lunge. Moving through that last vinyasa. Exhale, downward dog. Lower the knees down. Swing your feet around, coming to a seat. Come on, bring the hands behind the knees. Play around with leaving the ground here. And then when you're ready, lift the feet up. And you can stay right here with your hands behind your knees, or you can reach up for 5, 4, 3. Lift the chin and chest up, lift the feet up. And then slowly lower down, shake it out. This time the left leg lifts, the right leg stays down for half boat. You can hang out here with your hands on your knees. Excuse me. Or you can bring those hands up for 5, 4, 3. Lift up higher. One more breath. And then slowly lower. Shake it out. Now that left leg's going to stay down, that right leg reaches up. You can stay right here or bring those hands up for 5, 4, 3. Lift up. And bring it down. Shake it out. Lower the back down to the mat so that spine's flat. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Oh, give yourself a little rock from side to side. Bringing the hands out wide like a T. Knees stay hugged in. Bring it over for a twist on that right side. You can look in the opposite direction of your knee. Bring everything back to center. Give yourself a hug one more time. And then when you're ready, arms spread out wide. Legs all over to the left side. Look in the opposite direction of your knees. Bring everything back up. Let the knees come flat on the floor. Knees are bent and up. Hands come down by the hips. Feet are about hip width distance apart, and on the inhale, bring the hips up towards the sky for a bridge. Exhale down. Inhale, bridge. Exhale down. Now on this last one, you come up and hold. If you can, interlace your fingers underneath your hips and then walk your shoulder blades towards one another and get those hips even higher. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last breath here. And release that bind. Slowly lower one vertebrae at a time. Give those knees a little windshield wiper motion. And then finding your way to that final resting pose. I like to keep my feet at the corners of the mat, my hands close to my hips with my palms facing up, my spine long and tall and straight, shoulders relaxed, and then letting the entire body get heavy. And you're welcome to stay right here. I'm going to sit up and walk and guide us through a meditation. And with that relaxed awareness, let's take that one step inward. Diving deep inward. Letting go a little bit more. And I'd like to give you a mantra for this meditation. On the inhale, internally saying I. And on the exhale, internally saying am. I am. I am. And if those thoughts come back into the mind, just let them float by like clouds in the sky. We come back to that mantra. I am. first of the month brings back the notion of a big brown white dance on a cool summer night. Red cherry faces and black shoes in motion to the pa rhythm of a German delight. And I tried hard to tell you I was no kind of dancer. You took my hand to prove I was wrong. She guided me gently, though I thought I could never. We were dancing together at the end of the song. A taut little bald man like a German war hero who bucked some old matrons to a quick John Paul Jones. And drapes of gray paper and a ball made of mirror cast shiny reflections on a brass slide trombone. And I tried hard to tell you I was no kind of dancer. You took my hand and proved I was wrong. She guided me gently, though I thought I could never. We were dancing together at the end of the song. The man was still dancing with his phantom partner, though the band had quit playing at the evening's end. Made me feel lucky that I had a partner to teach me the dance steps to come back again. And I tried hard to tell you I was no kind of dancer. You take my hand and proved I was wrong. She guided me gently, though I thought I could never. We were dancing together at the end of the song. And then slowly starting to deepen that breath. Inviting some gentle movements in the fingertips and the toes. Reaching the hands above the head for a full body stretch. And then rolling over to your favorite side using the bottom arm as a pillow, the knees tucked in towards the chest. And taking a few moments to have gratitude. Gratitude for this breath. Gratitude for each other. Gratitude for nature. And gratitude that we took an hour to take care of ourselves. And using that top arm to push yourself up back into a seat if you'd like to join me with your hands at your heart. Long, tall spine, relaxed shoulders. And may we go through the rest of this day lighthearted, carefree, knowing all is well. Namaste, my friends. Thank you all for joining me. If you made it this long, that's awesome. Whoa.